I'm gonna open up the Deluxe Masters of the Universe Origins Leech, the evil master of power suction. Okay. We'll just say draining power from people is typically what he did on the cartoon. So we'll talk about his appearance in the cartoon, how the action figure compares to that, and compares to the original release in the 80s. And we'll see what all this deluxe stuff has to offer with this character. He sticks to smooth surfaces. Funny, on the back, he's picking up Tongue Lasher, which on the cartoon it would be his fellow Horde member, but here kind of depicting just the Snake Men version. I think on the original packaging of the original figure release in the 80s, he was using his suction power on Man-at-Arms. Okay, I like the energy draining part, not so much the suction part. You will feel my suction powers and it will bring you to your knees. Okay, don't talk, fight, and be silent. Tongue Lasher, one I would probably get because he was on the She-Ra cartoon, along with some other Snake Men like Rattler, Cobra Khan. Opening from the bottom is the safest way to get the comic out, which is the Leech head that we'll check out the figure comes with, not just the suction-looking head. But there's Leech. He is very thick-bodied. Funny, kind of already got some marks and stuff on the back, just out of the package. But yes, very thick head. Quite a bit of movement for this kind of original style head that has the big old suction thing on here. Oh yes, he looks very old school on the sides of this head. These suction cup hands. Looks like his Horde band is just molded on, unlike the Hordak in the Origins line that had a removable one. Suction cup feet, and he has no alternate feet, so you're going to be stuck with the suction cup feet no matter what. Standing the figure is a little bit of an issue with the suction cup feet. That's where I think he probably should have had alternate feet as well. We do have alternate hands here, but they're just fingers. They don't have his kind of rounded bit that even in the cartoon he had. So these I feel are a little worthless, because not sure where there's a depiction of Leech where he doesn't have some form of kind of the webbed hand to be able to use his energy draining power. So I would probably want to keep these on as the hands. Check them out really quick anyway. Pretty cool. They're a little strange though, the way they bend here. Kind of have a tendency to pop out. They are pretty big. You can still kind of get him and like catch somebody and kind of drain their energy that way. But there's also the alternate head, of course. This one has the suction cup. Here's kind of the alternate head with more open mouth without the suction cup on the end. Kind of the same, a little more formed with the ears and things. You can definitely see how this is an older 80s design mold. But it does kind of have a weird kind of thing in his mouth that almost kind of looks like that. So kind of cool. It is a little old school looking, but without the weird toy suction cup. So I do like this as a display head, just because it does kind of look like the original figure. But I have Leech head on, I just see this kind of cartoon drawing of teeth. Here we have more of a molded character design. So it is a nice alternate, even if you're wanting to represent the original style toys, just depending, you know, how you have this on your shelf, what you want to see. But I'm not real impressed with just the finger hands. They are a little weird. An all-red crossbow. Kind of hard to tell what color the original toys one was. Maybe there were a few variants of different reds, but that's just going to have to strap onto a wrist for him to be able to shoot that. Thump. But he doesn't really need his weapon, because he's already got his powers of superior suction. Excuse me. But I kind of like the suction hands, just because the face is kind of obnoxious, but having the hands, you know, it's got that function and the look that I am kind of after. But again, you're going to be stuck with the feet. So here's like a clear flat surface. We can kind of stick on there. See if we can pull it off. We got the tab that you can kind of lift up. Not sure if the original had that or if people just kind of got it stuck places. But he's up there on the wall here. The suction is pretty strong. Get him off there. Of course, with the head, with the big one on the front there, works pretty great. Just kind of pull up on the tab to get that off there, otherwise you're going to kind of rip it off the hard way, get that sound, but going to risk breaking your figure that way if you don't just use the release to get that off. I definitely colored differently than the Filmation cartoon, but I kind of aiming for what the original toys look like, but just getting characters that did appear in the cartoon, kind of writing that line. But I feel like they already have this head and the other hands. They could easily kind of do a little bit of recoloring and get kind of a Filmation Leech out there. So if that's the style you're wanting, you might want to just hold back. But if you want one that looks like the original toy, this one's pretty cool, even if you use the alternate head. But of course he does come with a fairly accurate old style head, a little bit different suction cup, but this mold is pretty much the old style. But this new one looks really cool, actually. And you can leave the other suction cups there just so you can remember the old function of the old toy. You can still have a weapon if he wants, but not really needed. We're getting Evil Horde. I'm just hoping we get some of the Rebellion, some She-Ra allies, as well as these enemies. Hoping for like a version of Bow and Glimmer and stuff like that, if at all possible. It would be pretty awesome. I never got to have the Masters Universe figures as a kid, even though I got to watch the cartoon. I probably would have happily had the She-Ra toys if anybody got me them, but we couldn't find either one. But now I can have a full collection of a lot of these characters. Give Leech a like. You like my little look at him in this way, and I'm happy to add him. And I open all my Masters Universe Origins figures here. So stick around, maybe get subscribed so you can see the next and all the others. I like to open a lot of other retro toys here, and some new as well. So I'm hoping you'll stick around and see what else we have to offer here. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to put the suction cup right on the camera. Oh crap, it's stuck!